Today, that heritage is under threat like never before. Who would have thought this could have happened? Even Bernie Sanders is saying, I never thought this could happen. He's mild by comparison. In a matter of mere months, Joe Biden has brought our country to the brink of ruin. Right here in Texas, we are the epicenter of a border and migration crisis unlike anything anyone has ever seen before in the history of our country. At the same time, they have totally obliterated your energy industry. I told you. Under my administration, we achieved a historic reduction in illegal immigration. Never happened before to that extent, and not even close. We ended the horrible catch and release, where we catch a criminal and release him into our country. We actually said, nope, it's called Stay in Mexico, and it worked very well. And we had the support of Mexico. Who else could do that? And you have a great president of Mexico, a friend of mine. He's done a great job. We're on opposite sides of the spectrum, but we got along great, and he's been terrific, and I appreciate it. We stopped asylum fraud, and we struck critical agreements with other countries to stop illegal immigration. We called it, in fact, Remain in Mexico. You don't come here, get released, and you never see these people again. They don't come back. They say, come back in 3 years for a court case. Only the really not smart ones, I want to be nice, only the really not smart ones come back, which is about 1%. We reduced drugs pouring across our border by the highest percentage ever in the history of our country. It's not just people. We shut down the migrant caravans. You haven't seen those caravans. You get ready because they're coming up right now. You've been watching them come through. And in those caravans, you have some deadly people. We dealt a crippling blow to MS-13. We deported criminal aliens by the thousands and thousands and thousands, and we built almost 500 miles of border wall, the exact wall that the Border Patrol wanted. I thought we could use nice concrete plank, just knock it out. They said, sir, we want steel, concrete, and rebar. And it has to be wired, sir, so we can have all the drones, the Democrat. Remember they wanted drones? I said, drones are not going to stop people. Do you remember the statement during the campaign? Two things, everything's obsolete like 2 days after they come up with it nowadays, right? Computers, everything obsolete. They get a better one. Two things, right? What are they? Wheels and walls. They never change. In 1,000 years, you'll say wheels and walls. Walls work. Walls work. Just ask Nancy Pelosi. She has a nice wall around her house. Now the Biden administration has turned the border into the single greatest disaster in American history, and perhaps in world history. Nobody's ever seen a border like this. Other countries don't have a border like this. Illegal border crossings are up over 1,000% from last year. Think of this. Think of this. For the last 3 months in a row, more illegal alien minors have arrived than any other month in United States history. This is the major pipeline for MS-13. These are the worst gang members, they say, anywhere in the world. They bring recruits to every state in our country. They run it like a business, but not with me. We were throwing them the hell out of here so fast. ICE, 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 the great patriots, tough people, ICE, and they've been disrespected. We can't have them disrespected. Border Patrol, Brandon's here someplace probably. Oh, where the hell is Brandon? He is so great. What a job he's done. Yes, thank you. Thank you. ICE and Border Patrol. Overall, illegal youth arrivals are up nearly 500%. Think of that. And they're being resettled in cities and towns all across the United States at taxpayers' expense. And the people in those cities and towns have no idea that they're coming. The taxpayers will also be forced to pay for relatives to be flown from Central America, join them. Did you ever hear of chain migration? You come in illegally, and we'll also bring your mother, your father, your grandparents, your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles. Anybody else want to come in? Come on in. We had one on the West Side Highway. He was driving rapidly down the West Side Highway at a very excessive speed. New York City, Hudson River, beautiful new park. And he saw people working out, a big group of people, and he decided to make a right turn. And he killed many and he maimed many. People go out because they want to put themselves in shape, and they end up going back home missing a leg, missing a couple of arms, or dead. That's what happened. And he had the right to bring people in with him, his family, his mother and father and his brother. And he had many that he brought in, but we took very good care of him. But this administration doesn't do that. Many of these children, for the first time ever, it's a terrible thing is happening to them, are on suicide watch. They end up in a place that they have no idea where it is. No idea, not the border. It's all, our whole country has become a border. Meanwhile, ICE removals are at the lowest level ever. And they are great people. They're patriots and they're tough. The agency has been functionally shut down. All of America is now one giant sanctuary city. We were fighting sanctuary cities and doing very well. They're meant for criminal aliens. That's what they're meant for. Under our administration, we sent a very different message to the coyotes, human traffickers, child smugglers, vicious criminal cartels, and savage MS-13 gang members. When I was president, illegal alien criminals knew that if they trespassed across our border, they would be caught, they would be detained, and they would be sent to jail, or we would send them the hell back to where they came from. We created the most secure border in all of American history by far. Biden's border crisis is also helping drive an unprecedented crime wave.